Joe Biden considers electric vehicles essential for attaining his economic and environmental goals. He identifies as a union man and a car lover. He neglects to identify one U.S. automaker, which is why Biden and Tesla are at odds, even though Tesla Incorporated is the most valuable automaker globally and the name most closely associated with electric automobiles globally. Welcome back to another exciting video from PrompTech. Today's video is about Joe Biden will shut down Tesla. Before we start the video, please like, subscribe, and press the bell icon. How did it start? Keep monitoring in case you discover the inspiration for the song. Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, the most valuable manufacturer in the world. During the first year of the Biden administration, they were challenging to ignore as Tesla continued to produce considerably more electricity. Musk, one of the wealthiest persons in the world, may have a significant effect on the stock market with his tweets because his company makes more vehicles than any other company. Biden, meantime, is an outspoken advocate for EVs and works to push legislation that will make the technology more widely available. He favors American automakers electrifying their automobiles as long as the company has a solid reputation, such as Ford Motor Company or General Motors Company. What about Tesla, though? Neither he nor his staff members often. Biden and some of the most passionate EV drivers are currently at a strange standstill as a result of the exclusion, which has led to a modest push being led by Musk to pressure Biden into honoring Tesla. Musk and Biden differ for a variety of reasons. However, according to Sam Abelson, visit consultant Guidehouse Insights to speak with an expert in electric mobility. He believes that Tesla and Musk's anti-union stance is the main reason for the White House's rejection, and that this is one factor. Vice Kamala Harris and Joe Biden's public statements. Spokesperson Jen Psaki agency, press conferences, and events are also examined during White House briefings. Investigations are also conducted into two cabinet secretaries whose responsibilities involve Tesla's. The absence strikes out in the White House briefing room where Psaki has repeatedly been questioned about the many connections between Tesla and Musk and today's issues, from tax policy to automated transportation. Pete Buttigieg, Secretary of Transportation, and Jennifer Granholm, Secretary of Energy, discover that the leading heavy manufacturer in the nation has been referenced. Psaki mentioned the company 3 times in briefings about an investigation into Tesla vehicle crashes. He frequently responds to inquiries regarding Tesla or Musk without mentioning the question's topic. As an alternative, representatives of the Biden administration have publicly praised Ford and GM's electrification efforts. In May 2021, Psaki said they were anxious to visit the Ford Motor Company and CDF 150. Innovative technologies in Lightning made it feasible. The emphasis Biden lavishes on traditional American automakers and their incipient attempts to produce EVs in August of last year contrasts with Tesla's Zipline. The former governor of Michigan, where both businesses have their headquarters, Ford Granholm, and Biden signed an executive agreement on the same day, reported that General Motors has stated that all of its vehicles will be electric. He organized an auto summit at the White House in 2030, attended by Estelle Montes, the North American CEO of the parent company of Jeep, Dodge, and Chrysler, and the CEOs of General Motors and Ford. Tesla was not one of the attendees. In May of last year, Biden paid a visit to the Ford electric vehicle manufacturing facility in Dearborn, Michigan. He made similar visits to General Motors facilities in Detroit. A few months later, he gave the company's electric vehicle prototypes, including the Ford F-150, a positive review after testing them out. Lightning struck. This thing moves fast, and GM Hummer is a vehicle monster. Contrarily, even though he considers himself a car guy and his father owned dealerships that sold GM and Chrysler vehicles, Biden has yet to visit Tesla's California facility or its vast new auto factory currently under construction in Texas. Also unknown is whether Biden has ever sat in or operated a Tesla while in office. Since Biden became office, he has yet to raise the subject. The absence has irritated Tesla devotees, but their rage has reached a pinnacle. At the Detroit launch of GM's new ID plant, Biden chatted with GM CEO Mary Barra. "I still remember your astounding claim that GM would be electric by 2035. Mary, you transformed the entire narrative. Biden claimed that you rejuvenated the auto sector." That prevalent in the Tesla universe led to some regrettable Twitter chuckles. Supporters of Tesla pointed out that Tesla is mostly to blame for electrifying the automobile sector, because it produced the first electric sports vehicle in the world, the Roadster, in 2008. GM was finally compelled to imitate Tesla, once it began creating and marketing EVs. When Biden served as vice president, Tesla received an essential $450 million loan from DOE and a $7,500 federal tax credit during the Obama administration. Tesla's U.S. sales must immediately respond with a brand new tweet of his own. Let's make an effort to get them to say the name. Before GM decided to destroy the electric car, Tesla Nemes, a well-known fashion model, also tweeted her response. The address by Biden was written 2 decades ago. And mistakenly, the author uploaded the wrong file to the car industry. The Senate evaluated the Better Act bill, which includes a clause to provide EVs made in the union with a $4,500 subsidy. This recommendation is part of the president's labor policy because a union does not represent Tesla's employees. Elon Musk has vehemently criticized the inducement since its clients would not be qualified for this tax credit. In the New York Times and other news, advertisements for Republican governors, Canadian politicians, and Toyota Motor Corporation appeared. The National Labor Relations Board has condemned it, blaming Musk and Tesla for encouraging employees to oppose joining unions. According to Musk, Biden is a tool of the United Auto Workers, who agreed on Twitter. In response to inquiries about why Tesla was not granted admission to the president's car summit, the union that represents Ford and GM employees. You can draw your conclusions, but Saki Biden's press secretary made one of the most flagrant misstatements regarding Tesla during his office. But in her opinion, these are the top 3 companies that employ United Auto Workers. Additionally, the labor movement frequently mentions Tesla as a target of Biden's policies. The absence of any mention of Tesla by Biden, according to Jason Walsh, executive director of the Blue-Green Alliance, doesn't surprise him. Walsh went on to describe Biden as a president who represents the interests of the working class. However, she was more concerned with creating and preserving safe workplaces with fair pay and worker participation than Tesla. According to observers, the president may have numerous reasons to disapprove of Tesla and its well-known products. To increase taxes on billionaires, Vice President Biden is putting pressure on Congress. Musk accuses the government of wasting all tax money on the COVID-19 safety measures, a cornerstone of Biden's presidency. There are other legal defenses, the auto analyst of Belsenme said, because Musk, who branded them fascist, waited before smacking Biden. Due to Tesla's assurances to drivers regarding its autopilot, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is looking into the matter. Technology had no risks. Elon Musk's personal political views have emerged as reasonably clear from a more general political perspective. It doesn't come as a surprise that a self-described union supporter would emphasize the big 3 since those are union jobs, and Susan claims that that is where his support base is. Editor of the progressive news organization Michigan Advance. Because of this, you must emphasize their tasks so much. With a more substantial presence in the so-called Rust Belt, Tesla would be more difficult to ignore. Even so, there is little benefit to keeping quiet when you consider how much more frequently Fords and Chevrolets are seen on those Midwestern highways than Teslas. After months of repeated objections, Joe Biden publicly acknowledged Tesla's assistance to U.S. electric vehicle manufacturing in February. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.